world headquarters of common sense.
Talk Radio.
Well, my personal view is that rather than go from one inhumane dictator despot to the other inhumane dictator despot that does things that are so vile and disgusting to people, I think that we have to relook at where we get our energy from.
Absolutely
I
right.
don't understand you jumping from one to the other. They're bad as each other. I mean, some of the things that have been happening in Saudi, and we don't get to hear it here, are so horrific.
Do you know they have an execution square, right? And I don't want to get too graphic about it, but they've got a big drain in the middle of it, which is just basically where they chuck everything. And they have, it's got sort of seated stands around it because people go and watch it.
It's barbaric.
It's awful. 81 people they killed.
I'm so sorry, but what's happened to the evolution of humanity? It hasn't happened there. So I'm not sure whether going and getting... But we have to. Let's be honest now. Let's, not be like all the kind of really lefties who are saying, no, you can't do that.
We have to do business with Saudi Arabia.
We have to do it. Now, at this moment, because we're not ready, because we're not organised, because we don't have any fracking or nuclear, or we don't take the oil out of our own seas, we have to do something. But I want someone to explain to me, how is it greener not getting it ourselves and importing it from somewhere else?
Right.
How does that make it greener on a global platform?
But what it does is it allows us to say, oh, but we don't do that, so that makes us good. But we buy it from people who are bad.
Yeah.
It makes no sense, in other words.
You know what it is, and I say it again and again and again, it's the hypocrisy of these people that fries my brain. It's their hypocrisy. The fact that they can look themselves in the mirror and shave and put their makeup on and be such unbelievable hypocrites. It makes me so angry. And that's what's lacking. We have to be self-aware, and we as people have to be responsible for what we do. So saying, we don't do it, but we buy it from there. How can that be any better?
No, it's really not. It's like the people that say it's really good and virtuous to buy an electric car, but actually, I don't care about the fact that they send young boys down into a mine where they're likely to be poisoned and probably die before they reach the age of 12, while they get all the minerals that I need for the battery. That's okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm driving an electric car. It makes me look good.
Exactly that.
That's the problem.
You've just summarised that completely. So, when you see these people, they're constantly on Twitter, virtue signalling and saying all of this, they don't look at themselves in the mirror. And these people are really dangerous. Do you know why? They have no conscience.
No.
And they have no self-awareness. They just blurt out this stuff that causes all this damage. And it's because of them that we're in this situation now. I mean, I think we all know now that it's because of Putin and his lobbying and paying for the lobbyists for net zero that we're in this situation.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that's not the case.
I've been reading actually that it's a lot of his money has been coming into all these so all these people that think they're doing great, they're being paid off by Putin.
Well, isn't it funny that the money that he's using to do that has been given to him by Western Europe for his gas? And you're going,
you can make it
right, so you've actually now been funding the guy who's invaded Ukraine. Right.
Yeah. And so I mean,
Germany still is, as far as I know, because they can't afford to cut the gas off because they haven't got anywhere else to go. The idea that somehow back in sort of 20-odd years ago, our government thought it was a great idea to sort of basically rent out all of our energy suppliers and get it all from somewhere abroad. And almost every single, even domestic company that was bringing energy into your home is now foreign-owned. It's Scottish Power's owned by the Spanish, I think, or the French or somebody.
Who decided and who allowed this to happen, that we are in a globalist society? I don't want it. I want to be indigenous. I want it to come from where I'm from. I want Britain to be responsible, to be autonomous and not have to go and get anything from anyone else. Who decided that it's okay to do that?
Well, do you know, I think part of it was this kind of constant need for exotic things, things that come from other countries, like we must eat avocados even though we don't necessarily grow them here. So all of these, virtue signalling people who have avocado on toast because they think it's a good thing don't care that it's been flown in at great cost to the environment, which they normally would be against. Right?
Good talk.
Hot talk. Bold talk. Talk Radio.
Listen on your smart speaker.
Watch it live on your smart TV. The world headquarters of common sense.
Talk Radio.